Hello, Plague Rats. This is Emilie Autumn, and you are watching Schattenpunkt TV.
Hallo Schatten-TV, wir sind immer noch auf dem Plage Noire und bei mir ist jetzt Emilie Autumn. Hi.
Hi. Very nice to talk to you.
Oh, thanks. You're on your own without your girls,
It's weird.
promoting your book
Yes,
that will be released in December.
exactly. Shipping out
It's
very soon.
really, really heavy, I thought.
It is really heavy. It is heavy, and it is heavy.
Yeah.
It is heavy in so many ways. Yeah, it's pretty intense, but it is very strange to have gotten on a plane by myself. I haven't done that in ages. It's always the five of us traveling together. So it's sad, but then I realize like this has to be about my story, about that. And they need to be washing their costumes at home for the second leg of the North American tour because we smell really, really bad. You can't wash those things on like you know how long it takes a corset to dry.
Yeah, for sure.
You can't get those dry cleaned because of all the crystals on them that will just come unglued. So it's all about washing it in the bathtub.
So that's already a topic I wanted to ask you about.
Perfect.
About fashion.
Yes.
What role does fashion play in your life?
I think a very large one in that it's all about the visual expression of the individual. Clearly, we like that. And when it comes to music and the show, it's about creating the whole world and the whole picture that without that, and for me, it's every thought, every detail, every crystal, every craziness, everything matters because that's where they say, like, the cliche, God lives in the details, and she does. And it's all about just every way that you can find it in yourself to express the truth that is you or the story that you're trying to tell. And all of this tells a story. So it's a storytelling tool, essentially.
And the detail that always accompanies you is the symbol of the heart.
Yes.
Does that have a special meaning beyond
Oh, yeah.
the regular one?
It's a few meanings combined into one, but the overriding meaning is self-protection, which is something that growing up until recently I was very, very bad at. And I'm still not great, but I'm better. And it's a reminder to myself that I am not this invincible unicorn creature. I am an actual normal, not special, flesh and blood human being, human girl that can be completely hurt and broken like everybody else. And until that happens to you, you don't realize how fragile you actually are. And this reminds me, and it's almost like, now that you know what can be done to you, take better care of yourself. And I remind myself every day when I put it on, it's that time with yourself alone. And girls know that with makeup. It's not about, I need to cover my flaws and look pretty for somebody. It's about, that is ceremonial, just like African tattoo rituals and all of that. It's that time alone with yourself that you get to just do mirror magic, because the mirror is a very magical thing and absorbs like your energy and your soul and all of that. And so it's just about that time with you, because I don't get a lot of alone time these days. But when I'm in there and I get 3 minutes to just draw this on myself, and it just brings me back to why I'm doing all of this and where I am and what I still need to work on, because this is basically a warning on my face. That's
You
it.
just say the word tattoo. Just watch
Yes!
this tattoo. May I ask the meaning of these?
Sure. It's simple. This is my asylum cell number, my prison number. Oh, it's for real though, but it's like, this was about accepting once you're an inmate, you're always an inmate. So just accept that that's reality and move on and find a way to deal with it. But you're never going to be free again. And this being branded just tells me just deal with that. That's reality. Get over it.
So you don't try to hide away such topics
Exactly.
like bipolar disorder and stuff
I
like
think
that.
it's stuff that we desperately need to talk about. And I think, and there's so many things that we talk about now. Like, it's fine to talk about sexual abuse. It's fine to talk about rape. It's fine to talk about all of these things. But there's still a lot that we don't talk about and that are incredibly misunderstood. People, misunderstood illnesses, mistreated things. I mean, there's still massive torture and abuse that happens in everyday psych wards, and I would know, to people because of these things, and people being locked up for being crazy who are not crazy at all. And that's the joke of it. That's why all of this, that's why this is all so fucking funny to me, is that I was locked up and I'm called this and called this and called this. What is the fact? I'm not crazy. That's why this is awesome. That's why I had to make this whole career out of it in this world, is in order to own it and just be like, yeah, yes, I am a lunatic. That is it. And then you take it back and you take the power away from other people who would just say that you are.
And you take the whole topic with a lot of humor.
Sure. And from some paved-over part of my mind, I heard the warning words of the social worker who had screened me when I first walked into the mental health center months ago. Hi, Emily. It's pronounced Emilie, right? So I understand that you are bipolar, manic depressive, and that you've been having a really rough time with it lately. Did she just say lately? And why the odd emphasis on R? Was there a test? Family history of bipolar disorder? Yes. Family history of suicide? Yes. But is it really that simple? Maybe. She continues.
You were laughing so much about the sentence, do you feel suicidal today, right at the moment?
It makes me so happy that everybody got the joke and that they laughed with me, because it's supposed to be funny. It's one of those things where it's like, it's funny because it's true. If it weren't true, it wouldn't be that funny, but that is the truth of it, and that's what happens. And for me, honestly, it was just like, this is going to kill you. All of this is going to kill you unless you find some way to make a joke out of it, because otherwise I can't. I can't survive with all of this having happened, with all of this still happening, with all of this in my head, if I can't find a way to make this utterly hilarious. It's so backwards how all of this happened, that all of this happens for so many people. It's so fucked up that it's funny. Like, how can this be? Who's really the crazy one here? The person on this side of the bars or the person on this side of the bars? Really? Let's somehow test this, because I have a feeling it's not the inmates all the time. So it's funny. It just is. And if you can't joke about it, you die. So this is a good attempt to keep going on.